Okay. So you just had alluded to Elvis. Now, is there anyone, if I would consider him historical, that you would want to have coffee with, sit down and just shoot the breeze?
You don't
with
have
them?
my top 5.
You have top 5. Well, let's just quickly go through your top 5. I have an idea.
Coming in at number 5.
Okay, coming in.
SRV.
Steve Reynolds.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, man.
I got Steve right. I was just okay.
Man,
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Man, growing up in Austin in the late 70s and 80s, man, he was always playing down there and stuff. Man, what a wizard on the guitar.
So you'd like to sit and talk with him? Okay, Stevie
Ray
Ray Vaughan.
Talk with him.
Top 5, number 4.
Number 4
coming in number 4
is probably going to be John Wayne.
John Wayne. What was his nickname? The Duke.
The Duke.
The Duke. Yes.
The Duke. John Wayne. I got a lot of John Wayne stuff in my office.
Okay, the Duke.
Elvis, of course.
Elvis, okay. Because you like the way he shook his pelvis?
Yeah. Elvis. Number 2.
Okay.
You know who number 2 is?
I don't.
Ronald Reagan. I love.
There's someone above Ronnie.
There is
huh?
one person above Ronald Reagan.
I love Ronald
Reagan. If you've been to my office, your mother.
Yes.
Your mother brought me a big Ronald Reagan print that's in
He's
my
a pretty
office.
handsome fellow back in the day with that cowboy hat on.
And boy, I tell you what, man, I just love the way he'd take charge and the way he did things. He was.
You like the way he rode a horse?
I like the way he did everything, and he had a Jeep Scrambler that was really cool.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I always said I would never go to California. I'm not going to California. There's nothing I want to. I'm from Texas, damn it. I don't want to go to California.
Okay.
But my wife had business there a few years back, and she talked me into going under the proviso that we went to the Ronald Reagan Library.
Proviso, nice.
So we went to the Ronald Reagan Library, and it was
Okay.
fun. Now I've read. You can't tell by looking at me, but I used to like to read a lot.
Okay.
I've actually read the Ronald Reagan memoir, which if you haven't seen, it's about that thick.
Okay.
And it's a lot of people wouldn't find it interesting. I loved it, Ronald Reagan. And when we went to the Ronald Reagan Library, we actually ended up having a crowd of people walking with me because I was doing the tour. They actually asked me if I'd be interested in coming and volunteering and being a tour guide. I said, well, I would, but I live in Texas, so I probably not.
Greatest country in the world.
Greatest country in the world. When I'm president of Texas, things will be changing. I'll just tell you that right now.
All right. So number 2, the old Ronnie. Number 1.
Yeah, there's only one person. I mean, I'm not counting my dad in this because I've sat and talked to my dad before.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
I got a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions.
We all do. Yes,
First and
we
foremost,
all do.
what about the platypus? What were you thinking? things like that. No, but I'd like to have a talk with Jesus, make sure I'm going in the right direction.
That would be an enlightening conversation. All right.
And then you're in there too. That's why we're here.
I'm in there. I'm number 6. I made
number 6.
All right. I made the top 10. This is always a fun one. I'm a bit of a daydreamer, so whenever I see the old lotto get up there, it's like it's fun to daydream a little bit. So my question would be, if you ever won $10 million, which is a lot of money.
Before or after taxes?
Yeah. We know that.
Let's just say I have $10 million.
We know. Let's just say you have $10 million, because we know $10 million is not $10 million when you win it.
That's right.
What would you do with $10 million? What would you spend it on? Let's say 2 things. Maybe frivolous and then philanthropic.
Well,
or maybe all.
And I'm not just saying this. I would give half of it away.
Okay.
Half of it, half of it, it's more
to the Indian children of.
No.
Okay.
I'd want to do something, something poignant.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. Lots of vocab.
Something that would be helpful to others. So I would definitely do that.
Leave a lasting impact with it.
Yeah, and then the other half, I got a lot of people in my family and a lot of things. I would.
So you'd give a lot of it away and maybe experiences.
Honestly, and I told T, if I get to a certain point selling houses, if I get to a point where I think I have enough money to live until I die,
okay,
that's really all I need, and I don't think I'm going to live very long, so it's not going to be that much.
Okay.
So.
All right.
I don't need a lot. I'm really happy right now with a lot less than $10 million.
Well, a lot of people are. Studies show some people, contentment.
But I would do a lot of things, and a lot of that would be around children too.
All right, helping the kiddos,
helping the kids.
All right, and those are noble things.
Yeah, we'd probably give each of the kids enough to where they could buy a house, but I'm not going to give them so much.
Make it easy street for them.
They're still going to work, and
sure.
Fortunately, most all of our kids have a very good work ethic.
Okay.
I'm not going to single anyone out.
All right. Okay, so this is something you seem to be a pretty agreeable person, and maybe this doesn't have to do with others. Is there something that bothers you so much? So what would be your biggest pet peeve? Maybe with people or just life in general? What's something that just bothers
What
the heck
pisses
out-
me off?
Yeah, what pisses
You know, it's funny
you
because
off?
sometimes I end
What
my
lights
prayers.
a fire?
Well, sometimes I end my prayers tonight with, please be with the people who piss me off.
Okay.
Because the list is long.
Yeah.
The list
All right.
is long.
I don't know which glass I'm drinking from. There we
But
go.
one of the things that pisses me off nowadays is people are so damn sensitive.
Hmm.
Everything always boils down to the least common denominator, that we're racist, we're sexist, we're this, that, and the other. You know what? I love everybody.
Yeah.
But you would think that I'm all those things just because it pisses me off. I think we're all in this together, and I hate saying that.
I know it's such a cliche, but you're
It
right.
is such a cliche. And I think, I think everyone has a great opportunity, especially living in this country, especially living in this state, in this country.
Sure.
That if you want to succeed here with a little hard work and perseverance, you can.
Yeah. A little piss and vinegar.
That's exactly right. Piss and vinegar.
So you can get about anywhere.
Yeah.
So this is a. Let's see. All right. These are just quick. More time or more money?
I'm getting afraid my wife's going to come in. I'm getting ready to throw you the cigar.
More time or more money?
Time.
I agree.
Because
I agree
you can buy things.
You can use
but you can't buy time.
There we go. Yes, that's a finite resource that we have.
Finite.
Now,
are we going to ding it every time we use a big word?
I know we got a thesaurus here where we.
Speaking of, did I tell you my wife accused me of stealing her thesaurus? I was shocked. I was also flabbergasted, dismayed.
There we go. We're using all sorts of good words
right.
today. Do you classify yourself as someone that scares easy or are scared of things?
Yes and no.
Okay, well, so the question would be, is there something that just gets the hair up on your back of your neck, or something that you're scared of, fearful of?
So here's the funny thing.
It doesn't necessarily have to be like
in my
spiders
lifetime. In my lifetime, I've been shot at. I've been
Wow.
stabbed. I've been beaten up by a large group of people at one time. I'm not scared of all that.
Okay.
I am scared to death. And I don't want to say one thing I'm scared of because someone was likely to bring me one. So I'm not going to mention it. But
Okay.
I will tell you, I don't like flying.
You don't like flying?
I hate flying.
Okay,
Man,
so
we were
that's a
coming
fear
back
of yours.
from the island. Man, it was a straight flight. It was about 6.5
Any
hours.
turbulence when you were on it?
No, but before we took
Thank-
off, there was a thunderstorm, so we had to sit in the plane for
Oh,
like 2
I hate
hours
that
before we
feeling.
took off. It was a horrible feeling.
And you're already cramped as crazy in there, and
Yeah.
you're sweating,
Well,
and
my wife is going, and she's trying to talk me into going. Our church is doing a trip to Israel.
it's a long way.
Man, and I would go if I could drive. But man, I just don't want to be in a plane that long. But she's trying.
I
real
don't know if
hard to
there's
talk
any
me into
roads
it.
to Israel.
I know.
Although
Well,
all roads lead back to
That's
Israel.
right. That's right.
That's right. There's some knowledge for you. Yeah, flying. I'll fly if I have to, but yeah, the older I'm getting, the less I care to fly.
And I'll tell you what else scares me.
And you miss seeing a lot of stuff when you're.
I'm going to tell you what else scares me, and I don't want anyone to pull a prank on me.
Okay.
Because it's not really. Well, for one, I have had a heart attack, so
Okay.
you don't want to just go up and throw one of these things at me. But I am scared to death of mice. I am totally scared to death of mice, and I remember in my first marriage one time we had a mouse in our house and the trap went off.
That rhymed.
Yeah.
All right.
The trap went off, and I tried to get the trap to throw it away, and I hyperventilated. I had to call my mother-in-law to come get it to take it out of the house. I'm scared to death of mice.
So your man card was taken that day briefly.
I don't have a man
I'm
card.
not a big-
I mean, my man card's been revoked so many times. You know.
I guess I would say I mean, I don't particularly care for mice, but I guess I'm not scared of them.
Well,
they are disgusting, though.
So, and I have two brothers that I'm real close in age with. One of them, the one who called earlier, is scared to death of spiders.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
the one between us is scared to death of snakes. Spiders and snakes don't bother me a bit. That's how we keep each other in check. Because they could throw a mouse at me, but I will throw a spider or a snake
You
back
guys-
at them. So we keep each other in check. That
There we
way,
go.
Which is
You guys all know your weakness.
Checks and balances.
That's all your kryptonite. You
That's
guys,
right. That's right. And
now
our oldest brother, he's really scared of the IRS. So so
Well,
I will make a phone call if he gets out of line.
yeah, that is someone you don't want to deal with.
No.
Now I know you're going to say this because this is a joke. For you, if you had one meal to eat for the rest of your life, and I'm sure you're going to go, I've never missed a meal because
I don't
you've
miss
used
a
that
lot
joke
of meals.
before. One meal, what would it be if you could only eat that every day?
An all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh, so okay, all right.
It's kind of like
That's kind of a workaround.
What? No, I'm really fond of steak. I love steak. A good steak.
What kind of steak?
I'm really fortunate because the steak I like best is the sirloin. It's also the cheapest.
Wow,
steak.
that is yes, that's
but
true.
if it's done and cooked properly,
sure,
it's delicious.
Seasoned, maybe? Do you season your steak?
Yeah. What do you use?
What do I use? I mean, really, you can't go wrong with some old S&P and a little olive oil on there. S&P.
Remind me of something about that in a minute. But I like a little Uncle Chris's on it, and pepper. You can't put enough pepper.
I like a good crispy,
especially on the fat side of it.
Yes.
Oh man, you got to have some good pepper. And a lot of people say that about brisket. Ooh, what's your rub? You know what? Salt and pepper.
Although I've heard that the hack that a lot of the pitmasters use is a little Lowry salt on there to kind of give it a little extra flavor. That's kind of an unknown known secret. Those guys are wussies. So, they use salt and pepper 50-50.
Franklin, he's all right. I mean, he's like the big one everyone talked about in Texas for the longest time. He only uses salt and pepper. I only use garlic salt and pepper.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's your little bit of a twist on it. All right.
And everyone says, oh, well, you got to go get this prime brisket. You can if you got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Or you just learn how to cook it right.
There you go.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, so
you cook?
Rex, are you a barbecue guy?
Not
a barbecue guy?
No.
Although he likes eating barbecue.
We all do.
Love eating barbecue.
We all do.
In Texas, you're not a true Texan if you don't eat barbecue.
That's right.
Which leads me to believe.
I know where this is going.
These are this is the point of usually most interviews where it becomes highly controversial. I mean, highly. And we're going to rattle through these. Favorite college football team. So 2 fingers. What does that stand for? No, I know. See, I'm more of a.
Just do one.
I'm a more of a saw those horns off guy. But
I know you're an Aggie.
But you're
we all have our peccadillos.
You're a Longhorn. All right, so Longhorns.
Hey, let me tell you a story about that.
Quickly, yes. I know you have a good. Yes.
My first grown-up job, my first time I ever worked, I got a job for
the one you were paid. Well, no, paid for above the table.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My first grown-up job, I was the assistant concessions director for the University of Texas Athletic Department.
Okay.
And I got to tell this story because the man who hired me is a man. He's passed now, but he was a man that I have a great deal of respect for, and anyone who know him had a great deal of respect.
Okay.
But when I went there, having been born in Oklahoma, I was a OU fan.
Okay.
And I remember sitting in the interview, which they couldn't get by with this now. But he said, "So do you like college sports?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Who do you like?" I went, "Well, I always root for the University of Oklahoma."
For the uninformed, that's the Sooners.
Yes, for the uninformed.
Okay.
So he sat back like this, and he's an old grizzled guy, right? An old Navy guy,
Okay.
No, he was a Marine. Sorry. He's old.
Oh, now we're getting controversial.
He sat back like this. He goes, "You expect me to hire you at the University of Texas athletic department, and you root for the Sooners?" And I went, "Hook 'em horns," because I really needed the money.
Yeah.
And I want to tell one more thing that this guy said because it was one of the best things anyone ever said to me.
Okay.
And I really needed to hear this.
Yes.
He goes, and he was hiring me. He says, "I want you to know, this is really important. We don't call in sick here because we don't feel good. I haven't felt good since 1967, and I've never missed a day of work." And he hadn't.
Wow.
So I'm not a big believer in calling in sick or anything like that because of that, man. That was a great. Gene Seaton was his name.
Okay.
Great man. I'm still friends with his family.
That is a question we couldn't get to because we've been blabbing.
He's another one of those
So
guys I would love to
trait,
sit and have
maybe.
coffee with now, and I'm really glad. When he was dying, he had cancer. When he was dying, I was really glad I got to go and visit with him and tell him what impact he made on my life.
Wow. Well, that's a great. I mean,
I've done that with some teachers too. Some teachers, some teachers I almost got fired.
Really?
Yeah, that they had such an impact on my life that I would not be definitely who I am without them.
Okay. That's it. Well,
and I wasn't a good student.
So that's a good reason to cheer for the Longhorns. It's too bad they can't win much anymore.
Well, did you see that game yesterday? That
They
basketball
blew
game?
it. How did we not have one Texas team in the Final Four?
They fell apart.
I mean, Houston blew it. Longhorns had a huge lead, and then anyway. I don't care.
Anyway,
They're not in.
I digest or digress, whatever.
Now I know you alluded to that you're a barbecue guy.
I am.
And you would probably argue that yours is the best.
It is.
So, but if you had to choose, now controversial, favorite barbecue restaurant, other than the own stuff you cook in your backyard,
it depends.
Take a stand.
There's I like what Ronnie does down here.
Okay.
And the thing, what I like about what Ronnie does down here at Chef's Barbecue,
okay,
is the ambiance, the I mean, it's good. You go in there. Which reminds me, they have Water Blue's going to be playing July 1st.
Oh, there's
you
a great
see that?
I do want to see Wilder
Why
Blue.
don't we go see that?
That's right.
July
Harmony,
1st.
Harmony, second to
And
none.
I forgot they're actually the opener band for someone else, and I forgot who it was. But we want to go see both of them.
Yes.
So I really like what Ronnie's doing over here, and he's a great guy and great for this area. Miller's, which is also here, is a great
Great breakfast.
Great breakfast, man. They're biscuits and gravy. Oh man, it's so
I know.
good. And then I got Johnny's out in Salado.
out in Salado.
Another place that we've been to concerts there. I mean, so who did we see there? We
John
saw
Conley.
John Conley. John Conley.
That's right.
Come
So
on.
John Conley. His voice has not changed. It was outstanding.
No, man, he's awesome. And if I go out to eat a steak, I'll go to Johnny's.
Okay. So Johnny, so
Johnny's, Miller's, and
a lot of good
Shops.
local.
There's three that are really good here. And you know what? I got to put this plug in too for a guy I know who's a small business.
Okay.
If you ever get a chance to go down to the Granary,
Okay.
that's in Gerald.
Yes.
There's a guy there. His name is Ryland McKeska.
Okay.
You might recognize the
Yeah,
last
I
name.
recognize the last
McKeska,
name.
very famous Texas barbecue family. But he cooks barbecue down at the Granary, and I encourage anyone to go there. And because he's not just a barbecue cook, he's a chef. He'll throw some stuff at you, like, whoa.
Wow, he really has some fun with that.
Yeah, he does.
He riffs pretty well with the barbecue.
He's really good.
This is an easy one. Beans or no beans?
It's not easy.
What?
It's not, and I'll tell you why. I am an award-winning chili cook-off person.
Okay.
I have won chili cook-offs.
Okay.
When you're doing a chili cook-off, you do not put beans in your chili.
I agree.
However,
This is controversial.
If I'm doing it for my own personal consumption, there are beans in my chili, and I'll tell you why. My parents, having 8 kids, you had to stretch stuff out.
That's true. Okay.
Beans is a great filler to get in there and stretch it out, and I was acclimated to that.
Okay.
And that's what I like. So if it's for my own personal consumption, yeah, there's beans. If I'm going to win a chili cook-off, it's
no
going to be
beans.
without beans.
All right.
You always put beans in chili.
Oh, boo!
I don't care.
You always put cheese in chili.
If you put beans and chili at a chili cook-off, you will be disqualified. No, that's true.
Because it
That's a
makes
true
it
story.
good.
I like beans in my chili, but I wouldn't cook it that way for a contest because I don't want to be laughed at.
Okay.
Why don't we do a chili cook-off here this year?
Because then I would have to cook chili and everybody would.
Well, you know, I've never not won a chili cook-off, but okay, I'll try.
And they'd probably have to get bigger exhaust fans.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah. True story. True story.
Red dirt or bro country?
We talked about this the other day. My wife got so mad at me when I answered that question when someone asked what bro country was, and I told them red dirt.
Yeah,
baby.
red dirt.
Red dirt by far.
You gotta support
I don't
Texas.
even listen to bro country. I won't do it.
I know.
I'll change the channel.
It's pure garbage.
It is. It's crap. It's
Here
crap.
we go. We alluded to this a while ago. If you were president, secede or not secede?
When I'm president.
When you're president.
Of
Secede
Texas.
or not secede?
Well, we won't have to because
You don't
I
have
will
to
be
answer.
president of Texas.
You'll be president of America.
No.
Oh.
I wouldn't be president of America.
No.
I'll be president of Texas.
Okay.
When Texas secedes, and here's the thing: when we do secede, I told you some of my plans. But when we do secede, and I'm president of Texas, there's a place for you in my cabinet. It's a liquor cabinet.
That's
So
right.
But no, seriously, Texas, we're going to do some things. We're going to go back to the 1836 map so we can have the skis up to Jackson Hole, the ski slopes, and all that stuff.
Okay.
We got to incorporate Oklahoma, and I told you that.
Yes.
And I'll go ahead. This is a controversy. Oklahoma is the only state in the union in 2016 that not one person, one county voted for Hillary Clinton. Not one. The only state in the union. And then we got to take Louisiana.
Yeah.
Crawfish.
That's
and
right.
The best cooks in the country are in Louisiana.
100% agree. Best food ever.
And then Walmart's in Arkansas. I'll probably have to take them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So,
all right.
But yeah.
Secede.
Secede. Well, we would have seceded, and then I'd become president.
Okay. All right. Bone in or boneless?
Dude, come on.
Okay, bone.
So we have a
self-evident.
Friend. We have a friend.
We have a friend.
God bless him.
He'll remain unnamed. He knows who he is.
Chris Gray.
Okay, I'm in.
How do you? They're chicken nuggets.
It's chicken nuggets. Exactly.
Nuggets.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Exactly.
And,
All right.
I actually enjoyed some wings yesterday.
They're bone in, obviously. Exactly. Self-evident.
And my daughters bone in wings.
All right. You've taught them well. You've taught them well.
That's right.
Okay. Obviously, secede. So you love this place. What is your favorite thing about Texas? And then, what is your least favorite thing about Texas? If you can name one. I mean, not every place is.
My favorite thing about Texas is this.
Okay.
and I've always said this: if people in the United States would love the United States as much as people in Texas love Texas, we'd be a great we're already a great country,
yes.
but we'd be a better country.
Okay, I agree with that.
Texas has an attitude. Don't mess with Texas.
Yes.
And I heard this. There's this comedian, Matt Mitchell. If you ever get a chance to look him up on Facebook, he is hilarious.
All right.
But Matt Mitchell, he says, you know, we have don't mess with Texas. No other state in the union can do that. You ever see anyone don't mess with Utah? No.
No. It just rolls off the tongue.
It does. So my thing about Texas is people love Texas. My least favorite thing is everyone else loves Texas too, and they're coming.
Well, yeah.
But that's not a problem for me too, because as I've told you several times.
We'll get to this.
Minnesota Mafia. I love everyone.
That's right.
I'm from Minnesota. The people coming here, I really enjoy the people that are coming here and not living in Austin.
That's right. Well, we will eventually get to your what you actually do for a living.
Okay.
We're almost there. Well, obviously you're from Texas, so there really isn't a favorite
No, I was
thing.
born in Oklahoma.
Oh, so what is your...
As I like to say, far north Texas.
So how long did you live in Oklahoma?
I lived there
long
for
enough to...
first 10 years of my life.
Okay, so what would be your favorite thing about Oklahoma and maybe your least favorite
I already
thing?
told you my favorite thing.
They voted for...
Yeah,
for,
none of them voted for Hillary.
Okay, so that's your favorite.
And I don't care who they voted for, but
yes,
they
that's
didn't
true.
vote for Hillary.
That's true. And then what's your least favorite thing?
About Oklahoma or Texas?
Yeah, about Oklahoma.
Well, the Sooners probably.
The what?
The Sooners.
The Sooners. Okay. All right. Well, I know you said you don't drink hooch, and that's okay.
I don't.
We don't. But on the podcast here, we do like to.
But I used to be really good at it.
That's well, you know, we've all had that time in our life. I like to enjoy a little bourbon. That is really the first part of the podcast. One bourbon. We like to review a bourbon during the podcast. If you don't mind, I'm going to pour a glass. Rex, would you like some?
I would love.
So today we are pouring the Barrel. Okay. We are trying Barrel Armida, high proof. So great for drinking after tequila. Probably not. This is probably just a nip here, Rex.
Go ahead and give me a full shot.
Full
I
shot?
haven't had anything.
All right. Hopefully you had a
He
nice
hasn't
big.
had anything to drink. It's
Hopefully you had a nice
already.
big breakfast. This is
A good breakfast.
almost
beer?
114 proof.
So the real question is, do I need to bring you a trash can?
No, I'm doing good.
Has he
so-
gone up on a podcast yet?
Not yet.
All right.
So we got.
I'd be honored if he did it with
So
me.
this is an interesting finish.
Because every time you ring the bell, he's got a drink.
Oh, really?
All right, Rex. Oh, that's
So if
my
I tell
logo.
more jokes, does he have to ring the bell?
Rex, here, buddy. So here's we'll give our unsolicited review. Interesting finish to this barrel. It's finished in a pear, brandy, rum, and Sicilian Amaro casks. So a lot of flavor. It sounds like.
flavor.
Oh, we got the bell ringing. There we go. You can at least read it. So
Maybe.
we will.
Not without my glasses.
We will sip on this for sure and give our unsolicited review. It's going to be a little hot, I would
Can I
guess.
smell it?
Um,
I'm going to.
yeah, give it a sniff. Here we go. So you gave it a sniff. Obviously, you're not going to drink
It's a
it.
bold bouquet. Feels like it has an
what do
ambiance
you
and a
think
flavor all its own.
What do you think the nose is on? What does it smell like? Here, you can take a sniff out of the old glass there. What do you think it smells like?
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Bourbon.
Well, the initial review, or the consensus review, is light vanilla and caramel. Did you think you smelt that at all, or you just smelled hooch?
So it smells like a strip club.
Jeez. I do not know. Exceptionally
Good answer.
Exceptionally fragrant. Let's see here.
Give me that lighter.
All right, let's see here. Whew, yeah, that's high proof.
That doesn't work.
It is high proof.
It is flavorful, though. I will say that they are right on with the flavors.
It is flavorful.
I would have to drink this after I've had a few other things, so my tongue is already worn down a little. It's a little hot for me. I mean, I'm by no means an expert, but I would probably buy that and give that away in a raffle or something. Yeah, it's good.